TxStampin Sharon. I am bringing you a second card in my Tropical Chic series. We're going to step it up a bit from my first card. I love this stamp set and I love these bright colors. Being able to use them just makes me feel like maybe I'm in the tropics. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, you can do so below. After you subscribe, you can hit that little bell. You'll be notified when I upload a video. If I can ever help you with any of your Stampin' Up! Supply needs, I would be honored. Let's make my card. On a previous video, I shared how to stamp straight onto a card base. There's no layers, super simple stamping, really pretty card, and it was quick. Today, we're gonna step it up just a little bit. We're going to be adding a punch, some ribbon, and more layers. I am using Melon Mambo, Pineapple Punch, Greeny Apple Green, and Old Olive. I have my layers all ready. I cut my Whisper White 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4. This is 1 inch. My basic black is 1 inch by 3 inches. I have a layer of Whisper White that is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. My black is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have a Whisper White layer that's for the inside, and it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have my Granny Apple Green, and I cut it this way. So it's 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored and folded at 5 1/2. I'm going to go ahead and add my basic black layer to my Granny Apple Green. Just kind of hovering over it, making sure everything's straight before I remove my fingers. And now we're ready to stamp. So let's stamp our sentiment first. I forgot to mention I will be using Memento Black, Tuxedo Black, for my thank you. I can't wait for y'all to see my next video. I have already made it and it's so fun, but it's also using the Tropical Chic. I'm just stepping it up just a little bit to let you know all the different ways that you can use this stamp set. All right, so I'm gonna start stamping. I'm letting that dry just a little bit while I do the rest of the stamping. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's just a leaf and it's still pretty. Oh, let's see, let's do a smidgen there. This stamp set has brought me so much joy the past couple of days, just playing and designing. I don't know, I think I'm really ready for the tropics. I just keep thinking about warm weather. We have had some warm weather here. We have actually been up in the 80s, which that hasn't happened again for a couple of days, but we did get there. So I'm just using this smaller stamp with Old Olive to just kind of tie in my, fill in my corners. And I want to go ahead and add another leaf, another frond coming up this way because I kind of left the middle. And now we're going to switch and add some flowers. So we're going to add some Pineapple Punch flowers. I love how you can just pop them in and they're peeking out. I'm going to clean my stamp. I did it off screen because I have so much going on. So now we're going to add some of the Melon Mambo flowers. The first time I did this, I was like, oh, I'm kind of scared. How's that going to look? I think it's adorable. Let's see. What just peek one right there. All right, so we've stamped our layer, and now we're gonna add some ribbon. I'm just gonna run the ribbon across it about like that. So what am I using? About 5 inches of ribbon. We're gonna add some snail on the back. And we're gonna wrap that ribbon around about right there. Just tuck it on the back. And then I always like to add a little bit of adhesive on that ribbon just to catch it and make sure it doesn't lift up. And now we're gonna add this layer. And as you can see, I'm kind of hovering over to make sure I'm straight before I allow it to stick. There we go. I am going to be using a punch on this card, and this is the Banner Triple Punch. I love it for giving me perfect little banner tips, or banner ends, I should say. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing to the black. If you don't have a punch, let me show you how you can make a banner. I just grabbed a big piece of paper, but this will show you. So if you don't have the banner punch, you can take any strip of paper, come up from the middle, and then come in from each side. And you can make a banner, okay? The punch allows my layers to be perfect and they match up. Sometimes when I'm using the snips, I'm not always so perfect. All right, so if you notice, my Whisper Wide does come right to the edge, but if it happened to come off, like, let me just show you. Like if it was hanging off, I would just take my snips and cut that. But I did pretty good on this one. We're gonna add some adhesive. And then we're gonna line that up. And we're gonna pop this on with some dimensionals. I use a lot of dimensionals in my studio. Okay. Just gonna, so what I'm trying to do too, because I have a black mat and a black mat, I try to line up my banner with that black so that it just looks like it's continuing on. And there you have it. So ready for the tropics. Oh, we need to do the inside. So I thought it would be fun just to add a few leaves. And I'm just stamping off. And then we're gonna add a little flower. And we're going to pop that on the inside. And why not decorate our envelope? Super fun stamp set to do this with. So we want our leaves to go that way. So we're just going to stamp some leaves. And some flowers. How fun is that? That is just happy mail. Are we feeling tropical now? I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope I taught you a few tips and tricks. I hope that you'll check out my first card. It was super easy and super fun. Definitely simple stamping. This one we stepped it up a little bit. Wait till you see the next one. Happy stamping, y'all.